In this video, we will study the organic chemistry of BSc Part 1. The topic is hydrogen bond. While studying the dissociation constants, it was observed that ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base, becomes 12 times stronger when 3 hydrogen atoms out of 4 are replaced by ethyl groups. But when the fourth hydrogen atom is replaced by the ethyl group, then the hydroxide becomes comparable with that of NaOH. If we consider reasoning, Moore suggested that a special kind of attraction exists between hydrogen of NH and O of OH. Due to this attraction, ionization of mono, di, and triethyl ammonium hydroxide is restricted. But due to the absence of hydrogen atom in tetraethyl ammonium hydroxide, the restriction is removed and the hydroxide ion group is set completely free, becoming completely dissociated, and therefore, due to 100% ionization, the basic strength increases multifold and hence becomes comparable to that of NaOH. Now, if we consider the comparison of triethyl ammonium hydroxide and tetraethyl ammonium hydroxide, so in this trimethyl ammonium hydroxide, we see that there is a special kind of attraction between hydrogen and hydroxide, whereas in this tetramethyl ammonium hydroxide, there is no special attraction between the hydrogen of methyl group and of OH group, which is completely ionized, and thus the basicity of this compound is comparable with NaOH. Now the H atom is attached to carbon atom in ethyl group and methyl group also, but it was observed that only that H atom which is attached to highly negative electronegative element like nitrogen, oxygen, X, extra behaved in the manner. For example, hydrogen atom attached to nitrogen atom attract the hydroxyl group, whereas the H atom attached to carbon atom has no effect on the hydroxide group. Thus, it was given that this special attraction phenomenon is exhibited by only that hydrogen atom which is attached to a strong electronegative element atom, and it was termed as hydrogen bond. Now we see what is hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond is the electrostatic force of attraction between a strong electronegative element and the hydrogen atom covalently bonded to another highly electronegative element. So we can say that hydrogen atom acts as a bridge between two electronegative atoms. For example, if we see this first example, in this hydrogen is covalently bonded to X, and with Y electronegative element it is bonded with hydrogen bond, and there is this special attraction bond between hydrogen and Y. In the second example, hydrogen is covalently bonded to Y, and with X it is forming hydrogen bond, and there is now this special form of electrostatic attractive force, a bond between the hydrogen and X atom. Why only hydrogen atom and no other atom produces such electrostatic force of attraction can be explained by two factors responsible for it. First is the small size of the hydrogen atom, and the second is the absence of core electrons in hydrogen atom. That is, the inner kernel of hydrogen atom is absent. When a highly electronegative atom, say X atom, forms a covalent bond with hydrogen atom, the electron pair of the XH covalent bond shifts towards X. This generates partial negative charge on X and a partial positive charge on hydrogen atom. However, because of the small size of the hydrogen atom, even a slight shift of the bond pair creates a very high positive charge density on hydrogen atom. Now this highly positive charged hydrogen atom can attract the other highly electronegative partially negative charged X atom or Y atom towards itself. As the hydrogen atom does not have core electrons, the electrons of the other electronegative atom, which is not covalently bonded to hydrogen, does not experience any repulsion from hydrogen, and supposingly Y is the other atom, and in the absence of inter-electronic repulsion, hydrogen and Y atoms come so close to each other that for attractive force between them becomes significant. Now we come to what is the strength of the hydrogen bond. It is seen that hydrogen bond is quite weak. The bond energy is of the order of 10 to 40 kilojoules per mole, and it is quite weak as compared to the covalent bond. Hydrogen atom is not present at the center of two electronegative elements for X and Y. It is closer to the covalent bonded atom. Since hydrogen bond is of electrostatic nature, the HY bond strength depends upon the partial charge on the atoms and the distance between them. If there is hydrogen bond between various compounds having hydrogen bond with Y. Even then, the strength of the hydrogen and Y hydrogen bond is not identical in all the compounds, as different compounds have different chemical environments. That is to say, if the hydrogen bond is between H and Y atom, and this H and Y atom belongs to different various compounds, even then the hydrogen bond strength will be different because of the different chemical environment of all those various chemical compounds. Now we come to the factors affecting the hydrogen bond. First factor is electronegativity. Partial charge of hydrogen and Y depends on the electronegativities of X and Y respectively. Greater the electronegativity difference of these elements, greater will be the hydrogen bond strength. Thus, HY bond will be stronger in the order of the bond energy as fluorine greater than oxygen greater than nitrogen. While with elements having low electronegativities, the HY bond hydrogen will be comparatively weaker, for example with chlorine, sulfur, phosphorus, etc., forming weaker bonds. We see that as the electronegativity of the first member of the group is maximum relative to the other members of the same group within a group, we see that in the group 15 nitrogen forms the strongest bond, for the group 16 oxygen forms the strongest bond, and the group 17 fluorine forms the strongest bonds. Now the strength of the hydrogen bond is not a fixed value, hence it is denoted by range. So the HF bond range is 25 to 40 kilojoules per mole. H and oxygen hydrogen bond is of the energy of 13 to 29 kilojoules per mole, and the energy strength of H and hydrogen bond is of the order of 8 to 21 kilojoules per mole. Now we come to the bond length. When size of the hydrogen bond forming atom Y is large, the H bond length will be larger, resulting in a weak hydrogen bond. For example, electronegativity of nitrogen and chlorine are comparable, but the size of the chlorine atom is larger than nitrogen atom. Hence, chlorine forms weaker hydrogen bond as compared to nitrogen. And if we consider hydrogen and HF2, in HF2 minus, the increased electron density on fluorine atoms due to external electron increases. The HF covalent bond, that is, the covalent bond strength decreases, but it strengthens the HF bond to such an extent that both bond becomes of equal strength, and H bond of HF2 is about 7 times stronger than that of HF bond. In H bond energy strength, difference in HF and HF2 results in them having different structures. If we consider HF, then in HF forms a zigzag chain in which one F is nearer to the hydrogen atom as compared to the another with which it is involved in forming hydrogen bond. That is, it is more closer to the covalently bonded fluorine than to the fluorine with which it is hydrogen bonded. Whereas in case of HF2, we see that HF2 forms a linear molecule and H is situated just right at the center of the two fluorine atoms, like this. Now we come to the nature of the neighboring atoms. An atom X of moderate electronegativity is normally unable to form hydrogen bond, but if X is along with covalently bonded to hydrogen is also bonded to a strong electronegative element, then the XH bond becomes highly polar, and now the covalently bonded hydrogen, having developed highly partial positive charge, can form a hydrogen bond with some other electronegative atom. For example, CH4 is a gas with low boiling point and it doesn't form hydrogen bond. But if one hydrogen atom of CH4 is replaced by CaCl3 with chlorine, then it forms CaCl3 and it is liquid at RT having high boiling point as against CH4. The boiling point of CH4 is minus 164, whereas the boiling point of CaCl3 is 61. So CH4 develops this. In this CH4 we see that there is no charge separation, but in this CaCl3 we see that Cl develop negative charge and hydrogen develop positive charge, and this positive charge then can attract other electronegative atom forming hydrogen bond with it. Second is, if hydrogen atom is bonded to carbon which is sp hybridized stable, then the hydrogen becomes acidic enough to form hydrogen bond, for example HCN. Third is, electronegativity of an element also changes when charges in the structure of the molecule. For example, electronegativity of oxygen or phenol increases when phenol changes to keto form and it forms very strong hydrogen bond, stronger than the aliphatic alcohol. So this is a phenol, and when it becomes keto form, then it can form hydrogen bond. Now we come to the concentration and temperature as the factor. Now the strength of the hydrogen bond increases when concentration of a solute increases or temperature decreases. Decreasing the temperature decreases the mobility, so the mean distance between the molecule decreases. On increasing the concentration, the molecules come closer. In both the above situations, the electrostatic force of attraction increases. Now we come to types of hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bonds are classified into two categories. First is intramolecular hydrogen bond. This type of bond is formed when the hydrogen atom covalently bonded to a highly electronegative atom forms a hydrogen bond with another highly electronegative atom present within the molecule. Thus it is called as intramolecular hydrogen bond. For example, we see that salicylic acid, this this O becomes positive, and with the another electronegative element oxygen of the COH, it forms hydrogen bond. Second is orthochlorophenol. This hydrogen forms hydrogen bond with chlorine, and in this we see the nitrophenol, the hydrogen forms hydrogen bond with oxygen of the nitro group. Now we come to conditions of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The ring formed as a result of hydrogen bonding should be coplanar, that is, all the atoms forming the said ring should be in one plane. To reduce the distortion to minimum degree, the atoms of the ring forming the hydrogen bond should be nearest. Thus, these molecules exist as discrete molecules, thereby increasing the entropy of the system, which results in extra stability. That's why if a molecule has the capacity to form intramolecular as well as intermolecular hydrogen bond, it gives preference to form intramolecular hydrogen bond because that leads to extra stability. The next type of hydrogen bonding is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. This type of bond forms when hydrogen which is covalently bonded with a highly electronegative atom forms hydrogen bond with another highly electronegative atom belonging to a different molecule. That is the type of hydrogen bond acts as a bridge joining two different molecules. These molecules may be or may be not of the similar type. The bonds leads to the association between molecules. If we consider the example, we see that this parachlorophenol forms intermolecular hydrogen bonding, chloroform forms intermolecular hydrogen bonding, and this alcohol also forms intermolecular hydrogen bonding, where 1, 2, 3, 4 we see that different molecules of chlorophenol, chloroform and alcohol are associated to form a mega molecule with the help of the hydrogen bond present in between them. Now we come to the hydrogen bond between dissimilar molecules, and it is of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So we see that this is the type of intermolecular hydrogen bonding between water and ammonia. So the H of water molecule, H of ammonia forming hydrogen bond with nitrogen, and here we see that H is forming with CH3OH, and with HCl and H2O we see that water and HCl, it is forming intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So the intermolecular hydrogen bonding can be between the molecules of the similar species or can be between the molecules of the dissimilar species, and it forms large macromolecules forming associated molecules. So this is all for today. That's all for today. Thank you.